Whether you're coming from where or where, from Africa, Nigeria, and you're doing crime in South Africa, we'll deal with you decisively.
Hello there, guys, and welcome to Daily Updates. The city of Joburg is the biggest metropolitan in South Africa, and unfortunately, that same biggest metro is not performing. And one of the reasons is because there is no outright majority in the local elections. It's basically the GLU, the Government of Local Unity, because the ANC did not receive outright majority. By not receiving that, it means you are going to have parties like Al Jama having a mayor in the biggest metro called the city of Johannesburg. So Al Jama got the mayor and they gave us someone called Thapelo Ahmad. It's more like a weekend special because the guy came and went, didn't do anything. And once they realized that the man is challenged as a mayor, they came up with someone called Kabelo Gwamanda. The guy became a mayor, but he was more like a robot because you could see there was nothing being done by Kabelo. He goes to take interviews. You could see that something is missing. What is going on with Al Jama giving us such leaders? So basically, we can't fault Al Jama. It is a small party. Even in national elections, they did not do something that can wow us. But what we did not expect is for the ANC to bring us someone called Dada Morero. I mean, they probably call him the think tank of the ANC. The think tank of that ANC, because in the city of Joburg, they probably don't have a leader that can go and take that position. That is why they came up with Dada Morero. What we did not expect is Dada Morero to come up with suggestions that they probably speak about in Shebins.
I always ask this question, that none of our policemen and women in uniform can speak any of the foreign African languages. And the challenge is for us to deal with crime. And you can have all your suspects here. Before they write their statements, they can plan what they are going to say in front of you without you even hearing what they are saying. It might be a culture shock to suggest to this REC that if we are serious about fighting crime in Ward 67, we have no option. But those that are properly documented with proper documents can be recruited to the Johannesburg Metropolis Department.
So, after the Shebin solutions that were offered by Dada Morero to the problem of crime in the city of Johannesburg, a lot of people called him out for those unfortunate comments. The comments that you put when you are sitting down in a Shebin drinking Black Label. That is the kind of comments, that is the kind of solutions you come up with. So everybody called him out, including the Premier of Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi, and also notably, the EFF said the following about Dada Morero.
It's a critical skill that we really need and we don't have here. Then maybe we can look elsewhere but know this. But we were more than, we were fine. Yeah. So maybe the mayor will have a discussion with me in terms of what he's saying. And also, JMPD has never had a situation they come to me, but they have a problem with interpretation. Whether you're coming from where or where, from Africa, Nigeria, and you're doing crime in South Africa, we'll deal with you decisively. Remember when we went to Fortsburg, there was someone there who said that JMPD will never enter, law enforcement will never enter there. Yeah, when they asked him, what were you saying again? He started shaking there and started going crazy. So we don't play. Tina, we don't have a problem of the interpretation. When you do crime, we do crime. We know you're doing crime, we deal with it decisively. So JMPD have been arresting and they've been fine. Whoever we found with drugs, we found them with illegal IDs, with IDs, we find them everything. We arrest them. We don't have to get an interpreter. Hey, what is the way from? We found you with things, with drugs. What interpretation do you want on that? Hey, we take you with your ear. So that, I don't know what was, maybe the mayor will tell me what was he thinking. Maybe he looks at the FBI. I know in America there, when you've got Mexicans doing some work and then you find that they are speaking in Portuguese, you can't understand and then you have an interpreter. But in South Africa, we don't have a problem with that. You do you do here, whether you're coming from Africa, China, everywhere. We're going to do a raid in China, by the way, as well. Well, I'm not expecting that I must have a JMPD which speaks Chinese. I know that, but when I said, hey, certificate, they know certificate. And they will check out the certificate, they know. And I say, bylaw, and the agents, they don't understand bylaw. Said, you will know it in jail. Come, because you're not complying. Because I know some of them, when you want certificates, you're doing bylaw, but what? No, I don't know. Say, okay, you'll know, come. You know.
Once Dada Morero realized that he's being called out for those unfortunate comments, the Shebeen comments, that is why he decided that he's going to withdraw and apologize.
The Lekgotla resolved that we should instead train our officers to be proficient in foreign languages that are dominant in areas with the highest concentration of specific groups of foreign nationals. The Lekgotla, however, accepted the concern that language barriers frustrate police work as valid and legitimate. Upon further reflection, I have come to the conclusion that my suggestion was not consistent with the policies of the ANC and policies of government. I therefore unconditionally withdraw my proposal and apologize for the anxiety it might have caused to the residents of Johannesburg and the people of South Africa as a whole. I wish to appreciate, of course, the robust manner in which our people were engaged in this discourse, especially in social media platforms. The participation of our people in this discourse reaffirms our belief that we have a vibrant and conscious citizenry upon which a prosperous society can and will be built.
So this is basically a message and a plea to Dada Morero. We were given Tapelo Ahmad. The less said about him, the better. We were given Kabelo Kwamanda. I don't know what he was doing because he always looked relaxed. He always looked like he's dreaming. Now you got the chance. People are saying ANC is not being given the chance. People don't want ANC. You are proving to the people of South Africa that there's nothing. There's no think tank. What we have is an empty vessel. So make a decision. You either resign or you go back to political school and be given a lecture on how to run this thing. We cannot have a mayor who doesn't know when to speak and when to zip up. You cannot go on the platform and tell people that the solution is to do something like what you suggested. Johannesburg has been failing for so many years. Johannesburg is the capital hub of South Africa. We cannot lose Johannesburg. We cannot have a disgruntled Johannesburg, the one that you are giving us. You have a choice of resigning or going back to the drawing board and ask people who know how you should tackle the problems of crime. We cannot have people who are clueless about fighting crime and they come to us and wants to tell us that these are the solutions. You know that even if you bring foreign nationals who are police officers, who are metro police, what tells you that crime is going to decrease? Are we not going to have an issue where the same people that you hired are taking part in corruption with their fellow people? Because you say that they are going to combat crime, there will be language advantage from those people. But what guarantees you that those same people are not going to take part in crime? The same way our police, some of them are taking part in crime with foreign nationals and South Africans. You cannot stop crime by Shebeen talks. That is not what we need. If really Shebeen talks is what we brought you here for, maybe you should resign and have that dignity. But again, blue light and salary. No politician can never say no to that. Even if they know that they are out of debt, they will continue and say that I am still the mayor. My man Dada, you don't qualify. You already shown us. Vacate that seat and give it to somebody who can. Well, anyway, we don't have any leader that can go there and really shape up the city of Joburg. Let them go and find someone who have the capability. And forget about this thing of being comrade and not this party and that party. Maybe it is about time they really think about someone who can run that and who's not a politician. Oh well. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.